joined by the man himself, Lewis Capaldi. Hello.
Hello, how are you all doing?
Really good.
Is that your hotel room that you're in?
I am in my hotel room. I'm just lounging, just vibing out in my hotel room.
Fletch, it'd be a bit weird if that was his home with a sort of sign on the door and an exit, you know, light.
I really don't want my mum coming in.
And is it an exercise bike or a treadmill?
It's a Peloton. I'm trying to be less of a fat bastard these days.
I invested in Peloton on the share market, and then HBO killed off Mr. Big on Sex and the City by a heart attack on a Peloton, and it crashed. Maybe you could single-handedly try to get me some Peloton back.
Listen, guys, it's Peloton. I mean, I don't think an overweight guy in his mid-20s is going to really boost the sales.
Oh, believe in
I
yourself.
think you're going to need someone. I think you're going to need someone a bit more athletically gifted. But I appreciate that you think I can revive the Peloton on the stock market.
Now, the new single out today, I saw an article, an interview recently where you said you're too lazy to do a new album. Is there a new album or is it just a single?
It's a single. There is an album cover. There's an album finished. Whether or not I release it has a lot to do with how well this single does.
Right.
Because if the single bombs, I'll be like, do you know what? I don't need to do it. I'm out of here. This is. I don't need the embarrassment.
Is that because the new single you reckon is the best song on the album? So if we don't like the new song, then the rest of the album's going to be shite?
Yeah, if you don't like this, you won't like it. Listen, if you don't like the last album, you're not going to like this album. I've done the exact same thing again. It's very much straight down the middle. We've done the same thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not reinventing the wheel. There's no time changes. But I love it. I love what I've made, and I'm happy about it. But yeah, I said that too lazy thing on stage and at a festival as a joke, and then I had to cancel a couple of gigs last week because I was vomiting and I had diarrhea. And people took that and were like, "See, he's too lazy. That's why he's not playing the gig." And I was like, "No, I'm firing out at both ends of my body, molten hot vomit and molten hot shit."
Because I often wonder when you're on stage for a long time, like you can't just go to the toilet, can you?
Well, some artists have.
No.
Remember Fergie? She just
Wet
went
her
for
pants a little bit, yeah.
Is she?
it. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean years ago she said when you're on stage you don't give you a little toilet break, and she was busting and it came out.
Class, up in the sky. That one. She's
Yeah.
thinking that while she's soiling herself
Yeah.
on stage. That's huge.
I think there's a video
Huge
of it too, isn't there? Like it was at the time, it was quite big news.
Oh look, she wants to forget it.
Yeah.
Poor Fergie.
Let's let
Have
her.
you seen, by the way, speaking of pissing yourself, have you Googled Liam Neeson pissing himself? There are so many pictures of that guy coming out of nightclubs, and there's like pee on him.
Liam Neeson, the actor.
Google it. I'm telling you, Liam Neeson.
I'm googling it now.
Does he not shake enough, do you
Oh,
think?
he has. He's pissed himself, hasn't
Liam
he?
Neeson. You've heard the Liam Neeson rumor, though, right? That he's absolutely packing.
Well, it's
hung like a damn horse.
Yeah.
Hung like a hungry horse.
well,
I
it's
haven't
clearly
heard that,
pushing
but-
too close to the jeans.
Yeah, flying too close to the cock. Perhaps.
Oh my God! There's so many photos, and in every one of them, he looks quite boozed. So I'm wondering, has he just had a little?
Wow.
Should we do an exchange? You tell us about Liam Neeson pissing himself in photos. We'll give you Ryan Phillippe's intimate photo. You can look that up.
Please. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's Googleable.
Yeah.
All of these things. Everyone, this interview is just a list of things we're all going to Google later.
Yeah.
So
But-
you're playing quite a few festivals at the moment. Do you enjoy the festivals or your own shows?
Sorry, I'm just looking at Ryan Phillippe's penis.
It's quite impressive, isn't it?
Jesus, it's scary that there are men out there like that.
It's
I always think
aesthetically near perfect.
That's outrageous.
I know.
Like imagine you find the woman of your dreams and you're like, oh, I love you so much. You're the perfect woman. You're such a beautiful, delicate flower. I'll just cradle you in my arms forever. Oh, by the way, what's your body count? And she says, well, I've only slept with one person. And you're like, oh my God, you innocent little thing. And she says, and I say, who was it, perchance, may I ask? And she says, Ryan Felipe or whatever. You'd be gutted. You'd have to come up there. I'm sorry.
I can't.
I feel like that's your afternoon sorted, just trying to figure that thing out.
Yeah.
Oh mate, honestly, I can't get my head around it. And I'm sure a lot of guys can see that.
Rude. So bloody rude.
So festivals, or solo shows, or we can keep talking about Ryan Philippe's.
Festivals are nice just because there's a less pressure. I feel like it's like people have kind of rocked up and they might want to watch you. They probably don't. They probably hate you. So it's like it's not as like. I feel like when you're playing a headline show, people have paid those tickets. They want to see you and they want to see you perform, and you can like make or break someone's night. Whereas at a festival, don't worry about it because Zed or someone will be on after you and they'll smash it and it'll be great.
Yeah.
Who's the night? We talked to you a couple of years ago, and a lot's happened since then, pandemics and such. Who have you met since then that has surprised you with how lovely they were?
I don't know if anyone's surprised with how lovely they are, but I wrote a couple of songs with Matty Healy from the 1975 on this record. I mean, they didn't make it onto the album, but he was a legend. I really enjoyed working with him. He was a great guy. I'm a big fan of theirs. So yeah, that was like a really cool thing. I'm trying to think who else. I haven't really been out and about enough to meet people, to be honest with you.
I mean, no one has, have they?
Any
This is
bastards?
the first conversation I've had in 3 years. I haven't left this room.
You're doing well.
It looks tidy.
Yeah.
Being your cave for 3
Well,
years.
but don't bring up my size, please.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Yeah.
So it's all dependent on people liking the single, whether or not the album you made gets released or chucked in the recycling bin.
Yeah, it's either I release the album if it goes well, or if it goes really well, I'd take a picture like Ryan Felipe. And,
Okay, how many units, how many streams have to happen for that?
say if we do a million week one, you can see my member.
All right, well, put it on loop all day, and maybe you'll get to see it. I don't know.
What more incentive do you need to listen to the track?
Yeah, Lewis Capaldi,
Exactly.
always fun. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning.
It was an interesting one. Very good morning, New Zealand.